In Canada, there's one financial debate that comes up at every dinner table, every family gathering, every conversation about money. Should you buy real estate or invest in the stock market? Most people have a strong opinion, and most people's opinion is based on what worked for their parents' generation, not the math. Today, we're doing the math. No hype, no agenda, just what the numbers actually say for Canadians in 2024. Let's go. Let's be honest about why real estate has such a powerful reputation in Canada. From the mid-1990s to roughly 2022, Canadian real estate, especially in Toronto and Vancouver, produced extraordinary returns. Properties that cost $200,000 in 1995 were worth $1.5 million or more by 2022. People who bought early became millionaires essentially by accident. That kind of generational experience shapes how people think about wealth. Your parents probably told you that renting is throwing money away, that real estate always goes up, that property is the safest investment you can make. Some of that is true. A lot of it is survivorship bias. We remember the people who got rich on real estate. We don't talk as much about the people who bought at the wrong time, in the wrong city, or were forced to sell during a downturn. When you strip out emotion and look at long-term data, the comparison is closer than most Canadians think, and in many cases, stocks win. Canadian real estate has returned roughly 6 to 7% annually over the long run, including price appreciation. That sounds strong, but once you subtract property taxes, maintenance costs, insurance, transaction costs when buying and selling, and the opportunity cost of your down payment, the real return is often closer to 3 to 4%. The Canadian stock market, over the same long periods, has returned roughly 7 to 9% annually. A globally diversified ETF like XEQT or VEQT, which holds thousands of companies across Canada, the US, and international markets, has historically outperformed Canadian real estate on a pure return basis, with no leaky roof, no property tax bill, and no stressful tenant. There is one major advantage real estate has: leverage. When you buy a $600,000 home with $120,000 down, you control $600,000 worth of an asset with $120,000. If the home rises 10%, you've made $60,000 on a $120,000 investment, a 50% return. You can't do that with a brokerage account. That leverage is real, and it's powerful. It's also what makes real estate risky. Leverage cuts both ways. Here's the framework I'd use to think about this. Buying a home makes sense when you plan to stay in one place for at least 5 to 7 years, your housing costs are comparable to what you'd pay in rent, and home ownership fits your lifestyle and life plans. A home is also a forced savings plan. Every mortgage payment builds equity. For people who struggle to invest consistently, that discipline has real value. Renting and investing makes sense when you value flexibility. You're in a city where buying is significantly more expensive than renting, or you're early in your career and not sure where you'll be in 5 years. In expensive Canadian cities right now, the math often favors renting and investing the difference, especially for people under 35. The worst outcome, and this is what a lot of Canadians fall into, is buying a home and not investing anything else. Your entire net worth ends up tied to one illiquid asset in one city. That's not diversification, that's concentration. The best outcome is using the FHSA and HBP to buy a home when it makes sense for your life, while also keeping money in your TFSA invested in ETFs. You don't have to choose one or the other. The honest answer to real estate versus investing is, it depends on your city, your life plans, your timeline, and the math in your specific situation. Anyone who tells you one is always better than the other is selling you something. What's not debatable is this: if you're not investing at all because you're waiting to buy a home, you're losing years of compounding that you can't get back. Put money in your TFSA and FHSA while you save for a down payment. Do both. Next week, we're building a complete investment portfolio from scratch. What to buy, how much of each, and exactly how to set it up in under 30 minutes. Subscribe and I'll walk you through the whole thing. See you then.